Hallo, ich bin das Taxi.
Sorry.
Good luck, Louis.
How you going? You good?
All right. Put the seatbelt on. I'm driving here the S Hybrid car.
Yeah.
And I was told by Mercedes that the hybrid road cars invented basically the system you have on your Formula 1 car. So, straight question today, how much slower would you be without that fantastic car system?
The car system, we are very, very fortunate. It's very powerful. It's very, it's working very well for us. I think we have the strongest car system. I've been telling people we don't have the best car at the moment. We have made a huge step forward, but at the moment our car system it makes up for the loss in downforce that we have. So KERS gives us around 4/10, almost 4/10 per lap, every lap, and it's a little bit. It's like in the race. I think it's 3.5 tenths or something, and in qualifying, it's 4 tenths. But it's for us. If we didn't have it, we definitely wouldn't be competing for wins.
How hard is it for you to use it in the right part of the circuit?
Yeah, it's easy.
So you work it out yourself when to use it, or do you get?
We do it in two different ways. That the teams simulate and find out which positions is the best, theoretically, which is best, where to press it, 2, 3, 1, how many times to press it, and how long, and then but first of all, I go out and I press it where I feel is comfortable, and then I use up the whole 100%, the 40 kilojoules. In that lap, and then they'll tell me which one is best, and they'll find out, and then at the end they'll tell me which one.
And you always see how much is left of it.
Yeah.
Per lap.
You have two different settings. You have one that tells you how much is charged.
Yeah.
How much percent, and you can get 160% or something, but you can only use 100% in one lap. And then the other setting we'll have is literally 0 to 100%. So it starts at 100, and every time you press it, it gets less and less. It decreases. It's like this on this car. It says 47%.
Yeah.
But when you when you start braking again, you'll start charging it, and then when you pull away, you'll lose it. That's the same thing for me.
So last year you've been world champion. Last race, hard, difficult year, and you had everything you can get for being a world champion. And then you suddenly dropped into a huge hole this year. Mm-hmm. So how do you cope with this?
Yeah, you've been there before, but for me, I had.
Did you have a difficult time?
I had this year has been the hardest time in my life.
More hard than winning the championship, I guess. In a way.
Just different. Emotionally, yeah, winning the championship, we know how to win races, but living your life and preparing yourself to win, and then arriving and finishing last, it's demoralizing. It's so hard, and then you have the media talking things about you. Then you have,
especially when Button, on the other hand, is successful suddenly.
Yeah, especially as a driver, what you want to show the world is that you're the best, and you can win races.
Which you are, but the car is not.
Yes, yeah. and when you can't, and then when people start questioning how good you are, and people say, "Oh, this person must be better," it's frustrating that you can't react and fix it by going faster because you don't have the car.
But did it bring you down mentally a bit? Did you feel uncertain, or?
I never felt uncertain about my ability. No, it was just there was nothing I could do. Lots and lots and lots of sleepless nights. Lots of
thinking what you can improve.
Lots of hard work with my engineers. Lots of pushing the guys. When are you going to get this? When are you going to test that? When can we try this? Lots and lots of pushing, and it's been a very tough season. But the great thing for me was knowing that my team weren't going to give up. If they've given up, then why are we racing? I want to be a part of a team that always pushes, because for me, when I'm driving a car, whether it's good or bad, I'm always pushing. So I want the team to be the same mentality. And for sure, if I was with a team that didn't have that mentality, then I'll be in the wrong place. But I'm not in the wrong place. These guys kept pushing, and even when I had my doubts, they kept pushing, and vice versa. And each weekend when they feel negative, I try to pull them up by saying, "Hey, we can do it.
So Budapest was the turning point from my point of view. Even before, you could see the
Germany was a turning point for us.
Yeah.
The car felt so much better. And there was one lap where I switched the radio on to say, okay, box this lap. And I forgot to turn the radio off. And I left the radio on. I was driving, and I was so excited on the way in.
Yeah.
And I was, woohoo! You know, it was amazing. You know, I was so excited. And my whole team heard me shouting and screaming, and they recorded it and played it to my team back at the factory.
Very good.
But for me, it was embarrassing, but for the team, I think they were excited to see the reaction.
So basically, now you're back happy, everything works well, everybody's pushing in the right direction, and everything is good.
You know, the crazy thing is that you would think I got pole position, which I'm very, very happy about, clearly. But because, even though it's our first pole position this year, you would think that it'd just be ecstatic and everything. I still think it's not a perfect lap.
Okay.
And I still want to do better.
Yeah.
And so critical still, even though we've only...
I don't need to tell you, this is the key to always improve yourself and get going and so on.
Yeah.
Is the car now easier to drive because of Heikki suddenly is there with you, with these aerodynamic changes and things?
You know what it's like, well, for us, with the technology we have, looking at data plays a huge role. So when I was teammates with Fernando, I learned so much, and I always was catching up, because he would arrive at the track, he knew the track, he knew how to get the best from the car. I was always catch up, and sometimes I'd beat him in qualifying, and other times I wouldn't. And it's the same for Heikki right now. You know, I arrive, I've got the experience of that track, and he looks at the data, catches up, and he's very strong in qualifying.
So, here we are. I cannot do better. Goodbye. Thanks.
We'll catch you later on, okay? Thanks, Niki. Can you driving us back? He was a good taxi driver. He was great, and it was a real pleasure and honor for me to be sat alongside a multiple world champion. He was a fantastic driver, so you know, huge respect for him and good to spend some time with him.
Also erst einmal ist das Auto toll, ein Hybridauto. Also das ist ja auch meine Zukunft, sage ich jetzt einmal. Man muss ja was tun, dass die Autos ökonomisch fahren. Und der Louis ist ein klasser Kerl. Es ist relativ einfach, mit ihm zu reden. Ich habe überhaupt kein Problem, keine Berührungsängste in irgendeiner Art und Weise. War sehr sympathisch und normal für mich.